so when I'm like drum, bitch don't talk, you going uptown. I done make 6 half for the whole week. Flow wanna play, then I'm going OT. I done make 4, 5, 7 on rock. I hop in that scat and I'm betting your block. Nigga want strap, wanna let it go rock. My little nigga got it, I bet he gon' pop. I can make 10 no face, no feelings. 6 dot like Krillin, I'm smoking gorilla. Couple of my niggas just caught that nigga that was running out dog. I know they gon' kill him. Smoking no killer and taking your bitch on the trip and I'm fucked on the floor of my villa. I ain't got time for 2 things, bro. These stupid ass hoes and they feelings. Ayy, all in the prison, my bitches just callin', they get it. They know they just ballin' up thin. Charlotte Vanilla can't hide, so I hot at the dealer. I caught a new car and I tinted. Roll out, no bitch had a nigga down. Now that I'm out of my feelings, I'ma set the money so tall in the crib, it be looking like the roof came out of my cellars. Soon as I hop in, I home, scooping that bit like a spoon. I got this F in the city like the bitches in tune. Look at it fade when we walked in the room. Ayy, 35 Mac 10s. Ayy, I kill me, play my back end. Fucking that short and I'm making her back bend. After my niggas walk in, we tagged in. Ayy, right off the back. So that she know that I'm black, but I don't to that cat. She with that thong, I like them tight. Still pulling that pussy to show that it's fat. Make back the back with the double up. How the new double, it came with the double style. They like put the trunk inside the front, so when I'm backing up, I still front on every one of y'all niggas. Talk, demonstrate, bitch, where have you been? $50,000 on my jet, going stupid. Bang, outside every time, it's a new thing. Niggas gotta lie, gotta tell them what the truth is. Talk, demonstrate, bitch, where have you been? $50,000 on my jet, going stupid. Bang, outside every
Yo. Happy Father's Day to all of my fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. The fuck is up, fight, man? It's your man, 2K the Boss, aka it's 2 hands up, 5, 5, 5. You already know what the fuck it is, man. Face of Boxing is back on vacation. The Face of Boxing is back on vacation. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We got a lot of shit to uncover. We got a lot of shit to unpack like a nigga just came back up off a field trip. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. It's a motherfucking boss, man. Let's go, man. Motherfucking boss, let's go. Let's get to the business, man. Let's get to the business. Boxing God, salute. Harvey, salute. Georgia Soul Survivor Reborn, salute. D-Town Plastic, salute. JD's Boxing, salute. Yeah, it's that Super Nippl Sunday. You already know. You know what I'm saying? He says, hopefully everybody is having a blessed Father's Day. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just starting my day. You know what I'm saying? But we always blessed. We always blessed. We always blessed. Let's go. Bruce Ford, what's goody, man? Happy Father's Day to you too, man. Let's hold this shit down, man. Let's hold this shit down, man. Timmy Nailing, salute. Harley. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers out there and the single mothers doing their thing. For sure. Because we got a lot of women out here, you know what I'm saying, it's more thorough than a lot of these niggas, man. Got to play pickup, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of these niggas, man. They got to play 2 roles out here for a lot of these niggas, man. But, you know what I'm saying? But shout out, man. But shout out to all the fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? This is usually the day, you know, we go a little unheralded. You know what I'm saying? Mother's Day, you know, the women get all of the, you know what I'm saying, the beautiful bag. You know what I'm saying? You know, we get them that Tiffany blue box. We usually get them Tiffany blue boxes, you know what I'm saying? All gift wrapped with all of the goodies inside. And all the nigga might get is a little bit of bait, a little bit of tackle, and maybe a motherfucking fishing pole. God damn. Oh, yeah, can't forget the #1 dad mugs. And if they take us out to dinner, they might take us to Golden Corral. But fuck it, we still love them anyway. Let's go. Chris Price, what it do? Already know you about to fuck them up on this one. Happy Father's Day, my guy. Hey, Chris, man, same to you too, man. Oh, you know I'm about to fuck them up. John P. Poetic, salute. Happy Father's Day to you too, man. Mad Chad Boxing, salute. Daddy's Boxing said Al Heyman still breastfeeding. Breastfeeding his fighters. Maul Charlo. Hey, man. You know we ain't gonna let these motherfuckers rest, man. We about to turn them up. For sure. Boxing God, happy Father's Day to you too, my G. Happy Father's Day to you too. Oh yeah, he's definitely a true monster. It ain't no myth. He ain't no. Oh, he ain't like the Kraken. He ain't like, you know what I'm saying. He ain't like, you know what I'm saying. Shit. He ain't like Frankenstein or something. This monster just happens to be real. This monster just happens to be real, and he packs a devastating body shot that when he hits you all up in your kidneys, you know what I'm saying? You either gonna be burning in the liver area, or you just might feel like you gotta piss on yourself, or you might feel both, and your ass is just going down by a slight delay. Excuse me, I got my phone going off and shit. Nah, fuck all that, man. Let that shit run. I'm taking that shit upstairs. I don't want to hear that shit. Better yet, fuck all that. I'm just going to mute it. Fuck all that. I'm just going to mute it. Happy fathers for the grandfathers as well. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the grandfathers, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like most, you know what I'm saying? Unlike most, you know what I mean? Mom raised me to be the man that I am. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my pops, though. Happy Father's Day to my pops out in Camden, though. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a guy, man. You know what I'm saying? We back on top. You know what I'm saying? We back on top how we supposed to be, baby. You know what I'm saying? Two hands ain't like one of them niggas. Like, oh, my father wasn't there. When I was a kid, bop. I was a little bit blessed. I was a little bit blessed, a little bit more than most, man. Yeah, man. What happened to that boy Back the Bully, man? What happened to that boy Back the Bully, man? Niggas better start putting some respect on Gabriel Rosado's name and his like 13 losses. Shout out to Back the Bully, man. Kinda. Or do I mean shout out Gabriel Rosado? Yeah, shout out Gabriel Rosado. Ain't nobody think Gabe was gonna go out there and do that. I told motherfuckers they better stop putting all of these stank on all of these fighters and they so-called greatness and shit when they really ain't proved a goddamn thing. When they really ain't proved a goddamn thing. Collecting bet money on a Sunday, bro? Not quite. I should have did some betting though. Wasn't nothing really that really interested me, man. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of just, you know, I was kind of like, you know, this boxing weekend was more of a 70-30 kind of weekend for me, JD. Kind of a 70-30 weekend. You know, a lot of the fights that came on this weekend, I kind of pretty much knew a majority of the outcome. But, you know, when it came to that Back to Bully fight, I ain't bet on that shit. I should have, though. Because regardless of whatever, I like Gabe Rosado, and if Gabe Rosado showed anything, he's always in there with the best of them, and he does a very good job of competing. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that motherfucker was arguably up for fucking Fight of the Year, what, 2 years ago? You know what I'm saying? When he fought Naka J. Selecki and shit like that, them boys put on a war. If ain't nobody seen that fight, that's a fight you must watch. That nigga's a live dog. That's a fact. Definitely a live dog in every fight. Definitely a live dog in every fight. Always holds his own. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that motherfucking, shout out to them hands and feet. He put on the motherfucking Danny Jacobs soft sweet ass too, man. Danny Jacobs still trying to find a home. You know what I'm saying? Gabe Rosado got this nigga looking crazy at 168 and they ain't trying to find a home at 175. What are we going to do with this boy? So, okay, I just want to deal with the elephant in the room. I really want to deal with the elephant in the room. So I feel like that's where I'm going to start, with the motherfucking elephant in the room. And yeah, man. Ooh, I got so many words jumbling up in my mind right now. Rachel, salute. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, man. Appreciate that. And I'm sure all of the guys appreciate that too. Shout out to that whole Reaper gang. Man, look, man. I didn't get to watch the Marlena Esparza match, but I did get to watch Juan Alvarez, his pro debut. That kid looked like he could be something special. Very good. He looked great out the gate. Yeah. Michaela Mayer just showed that she is 1000% basic. And I want to talk about that shit too. I want to talk about how people, you know what I'm saying, since that's already up there, I want to talk about that real quick. You know, Michaela Mayer went out of her way to talk about women deserve equal pay in boxing. And that's something that I just can't get with. And I'm going to tell you why. And that shit might offend a lot of people, but I'm going to have to explain this. male boxing has been in existence since the late 1700s, from bare knuckle all the way up to the Queensberry rules, and men have had to do one thing, several things. We've had to go through several trials and tribulations for not to get fucked over by the money, to get the mob's hand out our money, to, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I mean, to get the managers out our fucking pockets, all of their weird expenses and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, being drawn on our accounts, like, you know what I mean, we got 360 deals as fucking as fighters and shit like that. Like, let's be serious here. She said that women deserve, when they asked her about fighting 3-minute fights, and last night's fight with her was a prime example of why women's boxing needs 3-minute fights, because you really don't get a good idea what the fuck is going on in there in 2 minutes. It's like as soon as you blink, the fight is over. So if you're gonna fight less minutes than the men, that's one thing. But here's another thing. Are you feeling the seats that the men are feeling? And if you feel like you're getting this equal pay, what should it be off the back of when you guys have, when the biggest women fighters, they got to put on their fights on, you know, on co-main events. They aren't filling the seats that the men are filling. Men have had to fill seats for decades, for centuries now. We've had to fill those seats to get those multi-million-dollar paydays. So through our blood, sweat, and motherfucking tears, you think that you should be coddled and spoiled enough, like you doing all of this hard work fighting for women in the world of boxing, talking about y'all deserve to get equal pay as men. But here's the thing, you don't fill the motherfucking seats. So until you fill the motherfucking seats, you don't deserve the equal motherfucking pay. So miss me with that bullshit. Then you got the audacity to talk about you only gonna fight 2 minutes until you receive it? That shit sounds like some little kitty temper tantrum shit, and basically that the foundation that men have laid and the ticket sales that we brought the masses out to come watch, you automatically assume that you're supposed to get that based off of what? Just because you got here and you put on a couple of fights that have been absolute snooze fest that nobody want to fucking watch, you deserve that pay. It all boils down to the numbers. And if the numbers don't add up, you don't deserve it. That's why women don't get equal pay in the WNBA. That's why women don't get equal pay. You see how women get equal pay or better pay in tennis, right? Because they fill up the motherfucking seats. That's why women don't get equal pay in soccer. They don't fill up the motherfucking seats. That's why women don't get equal pay in hockey. That's why it's a trickle effect. But it all boils down to what you're selling. So we supposed to give y'all multi-millions of dollars, but you're not bringing them out. I just watched Clarissa Shields and fucking the Lady Hammer go and try to put on a fucking pay-per-view and a main event card, and that shit barely did 90,000 pay-per-view fucking sales. So once again, if you're talking about you're leading this new class and wave of speaking up for women and how women deserve to be treated in boxing and how much pay you should be receiving, actually, a lot of you women are higher paid than what you should be now. Are you saying it makes it right or wrong? Hey, I'm sorry, but when a woman is making 300,000, when Clarissa Shields made 300,000 for that fight, but her pay-per-view sales show the shit, she might not even been worth that fucking 300K. So it doesn't have, this isn't chauvinist. This isn't me being one-sided. This isn't chauvinist. This isn't me being one-sided. Is my audio still weird? This isn't chauvinist. Oh yeah, that's because the thing popped out a little bit. My bad. This isn't chauvinist. I don't even feel like wearing this shit. This isn't two hands being one-sided. This isn't two hands, you know what I'm saying, hating on women and hating on what women bring to the sport, because no, I think you guys are great for the sport, but I don't think that you can just come and say, you know what I'm saying, you starting this whole new trend of trailblazing for women, but you're not being accountable for what women are presenting to the game, and that's the ticket sales. You got to sell it if you want to earn it. You got to sell it if you want to earn it. And what you did last night against a 36-year-old fighter shows exactly why you ain't getting paid the way you should be getting paid. You're clearly not moving the needle. You have to move the needle. You gotta put yourself in that position. And you women might be fighting a little bit harder for a little bit longer if you want to get in that position. But the thing about it is, there are women that are bringing a level of technique. There's women that are bringing a level of artistry to the game that we men do appreciate. And that's why Eddie Hearn puts you guys on the co-main events of certain cards. That's why Top Rank puts you on co-main events of cards, so we can get you some form of pay that you should be receiving. Because let's be serious here, ladies and gentlemen. If we put you on the cards by yourself with other women followed underneath of that, the pay scale isn't going to be the same. So then who are you going to bitch about? Who are you going to bitch about? Don't act like this is an attack against women. Don't act like this is like, don't act like this is an attack like the days when racial guidelines were being drawn where there wasn't equal pay based on, you know what I'm saying, skin color and things of that nature. This is 1000% different. You want to compete in a sport against something that men have been doing for damn near 3,000 fucking years. And you just automatically think you deserve it. And that's why I have a problem with it. Because me, it always goes back to numbers. And if the numbers ain't right, then that ain't right. Absolutely. And I don't see anything wrong with that. That's why, you know, Ebony Bridges does it. Because if you got the body, if you got the looks and all of that shit, hey, man, sell yourself, make yourself more appealing. If I was Alicia Bumgarner, if I was a lot of these girls, I'll be using my sex appeal because it's a lot of beautiful women in the sweet science. And that's how y'all can make that cake. That's how you can stand out in the world, you know, men's boxing versus women's boxing. Because, look, I don't know. I can't sit up here. I can't speak on things that I don't know. So I can't give an accurate depiction on how many women are watching boxing today compared to how many men are watching boxing. I don't know if it's a highly diverse group, but when I do look at how many men and women watch my channel, it's literally 0.07%, and the other percentage is 99.003%. These are facts. So all I'm saying is, man, yeah, I would love to see women make that bread. But look, there are certain things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get out there and you're going to have to hustle for it. You have to get out there, you're going to have to hustle for it. Because look, you're in a market to where, you know, alpha machismo reigns, and there's not a lot of you guys, as from the experience that I'm dealing with, that are going out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of women going out watching men's card, but are those same women going out and putting that same emphasis in the women's card? I'm going to ask Rachel and I'm going to ask Arlen, since they're in the chat. Do you guys pay attention to as much women's boxing as y'all pay attention to men's boxing? And if you don't, why? I would just put in the chat, why don't you? And then that'll help me have a better understanding based off of the queens that tune into Reaper Gang Radio. Because truth be told, I just don't know. And I just think that she's trying to make herself stand out in a way where she's being more divisive to her career than she's being more helpful to her career. Because there's this level of disingenuous belief there. I don't think she has her brain really connected to her neck. I don't think she has her head really connected to her neck right now. And I really don't think she's like got her feet really planted on, you know what I'm saying, a nice, you know, a nice center of gravity to where she can really understand what's going on down here. Because, you know, you can love the sport all day long, but love don't pay the rent. You can expect us to, you know what I'm saying, have some type of sentimental care for what you might feel like you're going through. But I mean, hey man, that shit don't pay the rent. It's numbers. It's a numbers game. And when it comes down to these businesses and it comes down to these men or women owners, you know what I'm saying? It comes down to numbers. What it do, bro? Pull your black ass on up if you want to. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Happy Father's Day, my G. Hope the family's well. Hope those beautiful babies are well. You know. So what do you want? What do you want us to do? How would you like men to fight for you when technically you're not putting yourself in a position enough to where we can fight for you and we can have this definitive argument to where we can say, yo, you staked your claim and you earn that type of pay. Because right now I don't see it, and until the days that I see it, no, women do not deserve equal pay as men, because it's basically like, you know, we're just supposed to give you fucking an extravagant amount of money just for participating. Shit, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people participating in shit that deserve to get paid. So I guess motherfuckers who work at McDonald's deserve $50 an hour too, huh? For pushing a mop and broom and flipping a couple burgers? Because they in the trenches in that motherfucker, right? And it's a multi-billion-dollar company? Is that the case? Is that what we're doing? I'm just saying, because, you know, we already have a tendency to do this. Like, we can't do this. This isn't how the world go around. And, you know, and if you expect the infrastructure to stand strong and you expect boxing to continue to flourish, it can't flourish if we just give away money that just isn't there based off of, you know, what you guys are bringing to the table. So be different. The difference between Layla Ali and what you talking about, Michaela Mayer, is people actually came out to watch her. She was the highest paid woman for a fucking reason. She was an anomaly, and that last name carried her a different way. So I'm just saying. So I just had to touch on that, because it kind of pisses me off when I hear this whole equal pay shit. And you don't deserve it. You just don't deserve it. I'm sorry. You don't deserve it. There's plenty of things you can do to get your money that men can't do. We can't sit up. We can't put on no bikinis. We can't put on no bikinis and go out there and just get paid for being. We can't get. A lot of us can't get paid for being handsome. Shit, we can be as handsome as we want to be, but we ain't getting paid for that shit. But y'all women, shit, y'all get paid for a lot of. Y'all can make money in a lot of ways that men can't make it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, diversify your hustle a little bit. Then we might not hear about your struggle. You gotta be hip to it and stop having so much motherfucking dignity and shit like that. It's just it gets out of control with me, man. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I hear that shit a little too fucking much, man.
Happy Father's Day,
Happy Father's Day, James. Salute, my guy.
Yeah. Well, talking about what's going on with the women's sports. It's like this. If you're gonna want to make money, it's like with Shaq and T-Mac. You're gonna have to alternate the sport for people to want to watch. And the problem with women's sports is, you know what I'm saying, especially in terms of boxing, it really ain't got standout fighter right now. Like, they got Clarissa Shields, and you know, I mean, she's super talented. And she got a, great personality as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, the appeal to sell, but she gonna have to be the sacrificial lamb first. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is it still an echo? Is it still an echo?
Not on my end.
All good now? All right, cool. I'm just making sure. I just took myself off mute. Is it still an echo now, y'all?
Y'all good?
We good? All right, cool. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, Clarissa Shields is probably going to be the one that's probably going to be able to get the butts and seats eventually, but it's going to take some time. I mean, men's sports have been like that forever. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time for boxing to make big time pay money. So at the time when boxing first, really got on the mainstream, baseball was the thing. Same thing for basketball. Basketball used to be like soccer. It didn't have no backcourt, no 3-point line, and a whole bunch of white players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a lot of walls that had to be breaking down in a lot of those sports just so these men could get the pay that they're receiving right now. This shit didn't come overnight. And if you speaking about strife about what you not getting paid, I'm sorry, but you just came out of the Olympics and you just literally became a world champion last year. It's not like you've been a world champion for a long time. You've been putting in all of this work. You've been having people come out just to see you and all of this shit. No, it ain't been like that. Like, you know, like, look, you have girls like Ronda Rousey over in the UFC who literally has the pay-per-view sales that could back up her pay. That's why she was getting those major pays that other men weren't getting. So we can't sit up there and act like there's this unfair treatment when it comes to women's pay. It all boils down to the numbers. And until they understand that, they won't get the pay. Now, I will say this, piggybacking off what you're saying, you got girls like Clarissa Shields, you got girls like Katie Taylor, you got girls who are stylistically superior, you know what I mean, in the craft. Girls like Christina Hammer, who's got a beautiful jab. Even Michaela Mayer put it together. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it can't just be these sloppy 2-rounders. But until we have more women that have, you know, a superior skill set, then you can have more eyes on the sport. But it's just not like that. You're basing a lot of your purses just off of being on men's co-mains. And then it's kind of like, I feel like it's you sticking it to the men, like it's almost like, fuck us, you know, and you're not even thinking about the position. You know, we could fill those undercards in, and I promise you, more women. I could probably speak with some women here, would probably love to see some other men fighting on their co-main than watching y'all motherfuckers battle it out for 2 minutes on some sloppy shit. Not saying that's all women when it comes to technique, but it's a majority of them. So, you know, I think it's kind of like a slight to us in a sense where you acting like, yo, like we're like, she almost comes across like they being fucked over or something like that.
Yeah, they need more. I mean, they need more minutes in the round, though. You know, 2 minutes is. I mean, you don't have time to really like strategize or nothing like that. You just going full speed. You know, like for 2 minutes.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, for boxing, I mean, it could sell. But you know, they have to take a little. They got to take a little bit what Dana White is doing, because Dana White is very smart, but he also copied that from like professional wrestling too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Professional wrestling, you know, around the Attitude Era is when the women's division really took off, but they used sex to sell. Period.
Yeah, and look how it carried them.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
man, look. Embrace the fact that men love your body. See, women, they change the plot so much. You know, you look at us like a piece of meat. Stop looking at us like a piece of meat. But you come out here like, look, what the fuck? We men. We not supposed to appreciate your body. So why don't you, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you advertise yourself in a way, not saying you have to sell yourself in such a provocateur kind of way to where you're just making yourself look like a hoe out here. But I'm just saying, when the nigga your curves.
I mean, it's unfair, you know, but you know, I don't want to sound like I'm a sexist, man. But
I'm not a chauvinist.
Like,
I'm not a chauvinist. I'm just a
look,
realist, man.
If you want to make the money that the men are making, I mean, for women it'd be a whole lot quicker if you sell sex appeal. I mean, you know, look at the lingerie football league. If you had the lingerie football league get sponsored by somebody, it would kill WNBA ratings. Period. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we live in a kind of a, you know, touchy era now. So, you know, they probably won't even touch the lingerie football league.
Yeah, man. See,
we still got an echo.
Hold on, let me go on. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Y'all boys speak, and if there's an echo or whatever, if there ain't no echo, is there echo? Hold on, I'm gonna go on mute. Y'all talk real quick. Just put a test out, and then I'm gonna come off, and then I'm gonna speak and see if one's there.
All right.
Yeah, is it echo on me?
Yeah.
Is it echo? I talk. Sounds all good with you, lad.
This live stream is sponsored by Joint Juice.
Joint Juice. Yeah. Yeah, I think
with
it
a
might
side
be
of animal cookies.
Oh, good guy.
Is it me? Is it me?
I think it's James for real. I think it's James.
Oh, it's James.
Two ends sound all good then. You sound all good then, two ends.
Okay, great. All right. So if it's out of control, man, chat, just somebody let us know.
So if it's on my end, what I do?
Just jump off and jump back on.
jump off and jump back on and just retry. Just jump out just jump back out and then come back in the StreamYard and then just chat back in.
Yeah, jump back in and out, bro.
Jed, boom, salute. What's good, fellas? Oh, we gonna cook today. We ain't even get started yet. We was touching on some light shit. Oh, we about to get to it.
Shit, I just woke up, man. Happy Father's Day, man. I just literally opened my eyes.
Yeah, man.
So
Happy Father's Day to the bros, man.
So,
you know it's Super Nippl Sunday, boom.
I gotta
Super Nippl Sunday.
I gotta get my stuff rolled up. You understand me? Get my coffee, and we finna cook, nigga. So let me wake up, and I'll be with you in a second.
Hey, man, see, I just saw that Gentleman's Jack, man. Man, look, man, I just realized, man, I'm down to probably like 2 shots in my cabinet, man. I might step out on y'all. Might have you hold that thing down for like 5 or 10 minutes and go grab me a bottle
my wife
of
bought
Jamie.
that for me last night for Father's Day. That's my Father's Day gift.
You might have to hold down the panel for 5 so I can go get me a bottle of Jamie. Carlos Zato, salute. Sergio Aguilera, salute. Slot Tennessee's what it do. He said, boom, man, player from the Himalaya. He's like, say what you want about Rousey, but she combined her looks with fighting the best in spectacular fashion. Like, we got Michaela Mann, Amanda Serrano avoiding competition, and Claria don't have knockouts. Hey, the ladies are saying it. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. And a lot of the ladies is watching boxing. I'm only speaking for the ladies I got on Reaper Gang Radio. They ain't even watching a lot of women's boxing. Like Alicia Baumgardner, bad as a motherfucker. Why ain't she motherfucking? Look, all she got to do is put herself in something that's nice. Something nice. And I'm telling you, watch how many fans she get overnight. It's that simple. Women literally can make a whole career just off motherfucking IGs, just looking bad as fuck. Not even having to come outside they clothes.
Yep.
So why can't you add that element to boxing and using your social media presence as well to bring more of your fans over to the boxing world? Because when men hear like, oh, you beautiful and you can bang too, you bring that shit together and
I was mad at Clarissa Shields for shitting on Christina Hammer for that shit.
Hey, what about Malik Scott living off family things? He's doing good.
Yeah, man, $25 a month only.
Yeah. I mean,
$25 a month only, homie.
And I mean, you know, you got social media now, so I mean, women can take that over like easy, man.
Like Shannon Courtney, dumbass. She crazy. Cause she another pretty woman who just sitting up there hating on Ebony for showing off her body. I'm like, bitch, you got one. Why don't you show off yours too? You used to be a fat cigarette smoking motherfucking Jack Daniels sipping motherfucking broad. Now you fit and then shape. You fresh and fit now. So why don't you present yourself as fresh and fit?
Yeah. That's why I was like, why did shit on Christina Hammer for doing that shit, and then she up here naked on body heavy bags and shit.
Yeah.
She was talking other shit about Christina Hammer.
Hey, Sergio, super bad Estrada is so motherfucking bad. Oh my God. That's a bad little bitch. Ooh, my bad. My bad, Sanisa. I didn't mean to call you that. But you fine though. You fine though. I mean that in a good way.
Looks like J-Lo. J-Lo,
Yeah, man. Little J-Lo Estrada over there.
Hannah Gabriel's
It was a good woman's fight. That was a good woman's fight though. It was pretty entertaining.
And the thing is, it's more beautiful women in boxing than ugly women in boxing. So why don't you just help? Look,
Spice it up a little bit.
Help me, help you. You're getting the code names. Now, why don't y'all just take your social media likeness and put that thing to work? I promise you, man. Men will follow a beautiful woman to the end of time. You think that you think that Ebony Bridges got this fan base before she only had 2 fights with fucking Matchroom because she was just showing off her hitting the fucking bag? Fuck no, it was the lace. It was the lays. It was the tan. It was the tan in bed shots. It was the sauna shots. It was the bathing suit shots. It was the boobies.
That's what makes the bread come in, bro.
Look, and look, man, call it what you want to call it. But look, men have had to use our advantages, you know what I'm saying, to get what we want in life, which means, you know what I'm saying, have to be strong, productive, assertive, you know what I'm saying, and dominant. and our business tactics, using our hustle and our savvy. And women have always had to do what women had to do in life. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Sexy,
grind. You know what I'm saying?
sexy, and always a competitor. Women
Exactly.
compete. That's what y'all do.
all the time.
Stop taking yourself out of the competition, man. Compete. I see Ebony Bridges is willing to compete. Now watch what her boxing career going to be, because actually she can bang, and she got a body. And look at where she's going already and how many people following her. All I'm saying is, man, you can make that transition easily. You just got to want to do it. You just got to want to do it. And I understand that ain't everybody's niche or whatever, but hey, man, look, if 2 + 2 = 4, and you want to look broke, or do you want to be broke, or you want to be paid?
Exactly. That's why, I don't like when the WNBA be, trying to disrespect the man players when they trying to support them. I'm like, if it was any other league, that league would have been out of business by now. I mean,
Yeah,
they're like,
WNBA, yeah. I'm
yeah,
surprised it's still around.
y'all costing the NBA money. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't want to take the rim and drop it to 9.5 feet. Like, what's so hard about just dropping
Yeah, y'all, they'll start dunking then. They'll start dunking though.
and
And we'll
make it
see
more
some more.
entertaining?
Yeah.
What's crazy is women and the women in the WNBA, they be going extra crazy on dudes. See, like we get really disrespected for the position that we try to, you know what I'm saying, help them flourish in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because like, look, right, women wouldn't even get the type of recognition and the notoriety they get right now. Look, you think that anybody would be buying a WNBA 2K basketball game? No.
No.
So we put them in NBA 2K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you can stand on your own, right? When you can stand on your own in the fighting ring, when you can stand on your own in any sport or any walk of life and make your own money, okay, then cool. Well, show us that. But if you can't do it on your own, you didn't invent the sport. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through all of the bullshit in the sport to where we got in the sport, but y'all just want all of the fruits of all of the fucking labor, man. And that's fucked up to me, man.
There's only one sport I think women is kind of like, no, two sports that I think women kind of on an equal level playing field with us. Correct me if I'm wrong. One of them is tennis, and the other one is soccer. The only two sports that I know, like, it's kind of a level playing field for men and women that I know. I can't.
Shit, the USA women complaining all motherfucking day long, but guess what? Ain't too many motherfuckers paying attention to fucking the USA women team like that. I'm just saying that if the numbers fucking show it, then pay them their weight in gold. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, women tennis player outshine men when it comes to their pays on a lot of levels, man. Because motherfuckers is watching them in droves, man. Like, look, it's them skirts, B.
It's about
skill. It's the skirts and the skill.
Because I mean, if you think about it,
it's a skirt. I'm looking at Serena Williams in that skirt. I like legs.
Because I mean, with men's tennis, are stronger and faster though. That's just how it goes. But
that's just
hard to sell male tennis. I mean, you had some of your guys been able to do it for some years, but that time's gone and past. I'm like, they've been able to do it for like the 80s, 90s, and after that, 2000 is pretty much Serena Williams, Venus. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much over from there.
This nigga Slide Tendency said Ryan Garcia doesn't even have to fight because it's social media shit.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Take advantage of it.
He done got a couple contracts based off that. All right, man. So enough on that shit, man. I just wanted to touch on it because it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when she said that shit, man. But all right, man. Let's go ahead and do it, man. Charlo versus Juan Montiel.
Oh, that was an awesome fight.
I didn't watch that shit. I ain't watched this shit.
It was a really good fight.
I got drunk last night and went to sleep. I ain't watched this shit.
Now, one thing that got me kind of concerned a little bit, but Charlo looked like he was getting gassed out a little bit.
For real?
Man,
hold up. I'm gonna go watch the highlights.
A little bit. I was like, yo, what's going on?
The highlights aren't going to
get knocked out, man.
The highlights aren't going to show you everything that you want to see, man. You got to sit down and watch a whole fight, man. But when I watched that motherfucking fight, all I saw was motherfucking Jermall Charlo getting touched up all night and got significantly hurt in the 8th round, got
Yeah,
buzzed,
he
rocked
got
on the
rocked.
back foot, got rocked,
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
back foot, dizzy by a dude that got slept by Hami Munguia at 147. And you
yeah.
had problems with this guy? You got hit up how bad by this guy? Now, how many motherfuckers is going to sit up here and honestly tell me after the Jamal Charlo that they saw last night is going to be truly ready for Demetrius Andre?
Oh my God, he'll get mobbed. He'll get
That's
mollywopped,
why he
bro. I'm
won't fight
sorry,
him.
but I mean, but this is the problem. This is the problem that I've been saying though. Like these guys are good fighters, but in order for you to be great, you gotta fight the great fighters. I'm like, you fighting the same old type of dudes that you can pick apart and that you can do whatever you want to do on. Now, if you ain't getting a different look, and this is classic example, you fight a guy that gave you a different look and it gave you trouble.
Man,
Now what happens?
that dude went 12 rounds, life or fucking death, and hurt in areas in a showcase fight
It
against
didn't go
somebody you
down.
supposed to go in there and drop and stop. You couldn't drop him. You couldn't stop him.
Yeah, I know. I thought they were gonna
Juan
stop it when he.
Montiel.
Yeah, he just stood right in front of him the whole fight.
I told y'all niggas. Every single one of y'all that be on Jamal and be hard on Andre, I told y'all how long I've been telling y'all that nigga is 2 flat feet in the mud, straight nothing but crusty butt. That nigga ain't nothing but A to B, flat-footed. Look how much he was falling in that fight, James. Did you
Yeah.
see him falling in on the combination, bad Bambi legs in that motherfucker?
Oh man,
Oh
there was
my
that one time when he
God, man.
overextended that right hand. If he caught him when he tried to throw that hook and he dipped down, if he would have threw his left,
Ooh.
man, he would have knocked him clean out, bro.
Man, Jamal just showed me. Well, I've already known it, but Jamal has just shown that. Look, bro, you ain't ready. We know why you're ducking. We know why you ducking. You don't want no Triple G. You don't want no 38-year-old Triple G. You don't want no Demetrius Andre. Nigga, face it. We know you don't want it. I see why you don't want it. Well, I straight up, I prepared everybody for this. I said, if this dude go 12 with Juan Montiel,
Yeah, he ain't gonna beat no guys like that.
and you want to know the even worse part about the whole shit? At the post conference, nobody even asked the fucking questions. They just congratulated him on the win and shit like that. Like, yo, they sensationalized this man victory. Like, bro, he and then he tried to sell it like he was really in there against a motherfucking warrior, man.
Hey, the guy was tough, but man, compared to Triple G, no.
Man, I saw so many areas to where that dude should have been put on the floor. Now let's put in perspective this too. Jamal Charlo has never fought anybody that is really on par with his weight. That's really
Yeah,
within his natural weight class. He's always fighting underclassmen. And truthfully, Juan Montiel was an underweighted guy.
he's
And
small.
you couldn't, yeah, he's small dude. You couldn't put him down. But Hami Munguia can put him down. Knock him
Yeah,
out. You can't.
no problems.
But he's supposed to have all of this punch. He's supposed to be the dude that can beat Canelo.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, you know, he rocked him and all, but he kept going forward. I was like, yo, what is going on? I'm like, man, I thought he had all this power and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was looking for it because if he would have hit him in the body a lot more, he probably would have finished it though. But he was head hunting the whole time.
Oh my God, and it just trips me out, right? When people talk about, oh, Jamal Charlo, if he gets to Demetrius Andre, he punches at the body, he's going to be able to slow him down to defeat. I said, no, he's not. I said he's not going to be able to even keep up with Andre, even if he can even get a fucking hand on him. What I've seen from this guy time and time again, he can only operate off of what another opponent give him. And most of the time, it's lackluster opponents that are giving him things that make him look okay. And once again, they are undersized, 154-pound fighters, 147-pound fighters coming up and shit like that. I'm like, bro, let's be serious here. This dude is deficient. He's highly inefficient. Like, look, man, I see why you're not doing the things that your brother's doing.
Exactly.
Because you can't do it.
Yeah, I think, man, if he fight somebody like Canelo or something like that, he'll get dropped.
Oh my God. Like I've been telling everybody, Canelo stops this dude in under 6 rounds, man.
Oh
Knocks
yeah,
this
yeah,
dude out. If Juan Montiel can hurt you in the way that he hurts you, of course you want motherfucking David Benavidez to be over the age of 30. Of course you want David Benavidez to get a COVID test. Like
yeah.
you don't have to get in the ring, or we don't have to visualize certain things to hear the stuff that's coming out your mouth to know exactly where you stand. And now that I know this dude is 1000% hot dumpster juice, oh my God, man. Oh my God. Great fight. Great
Yeah,
fight.
it was a
But
great
it
fight,
shouldn't
man.
have been a great fight. It should have been a one-sided railroading. Period. He should have flatlined that guy. That guy shouldn't even have been able to pick shots on him and beat him up like that. He's beat him up worse than Sergey Derevyanchenko did.
Yeah, he swole his eye up and everything. I was like, what's going on?
Because Montiel didn't have to keep it close like Sergey and do that same shit with Sergey just falling in and trying to. Sergey thought he was going to get that, try to get that win the way he got it with Triple G. All Sergey Derevyanchenko does is try to fall into a combination and get dirty on the inside with you. You ain't going to be, he wasn't able to do that with Charlo. Juan Montiel was a lot longer. And he showed him. He put hands on him. Man, look, man, you going round by round getting touched up by this guy, man. I cannot believe the level of apprehension that I saw in the ring last night from this dude. It wasn't just one time he was hurt, too. He was hurt a few times.
Yeah.
Man, oh my God.
Yeah, if that man would have, man, if he would have beat him and knocked him out, man, on June the 10th, man, it would be another Wilder.
It would have been like Black History Month all over again. All over again. Man, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. Now, my whole thing is, who would they put in the ring with Jamal Charlo after watching that performance?
It ain't gonna be none of those fighters he was talking about last night.
He gonna be fighting showcase fights for the next 2 years, man. And they're gonna be putting phony advertisements around him.
After the fight, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the king of the 160s and stuff like that. And I'm like, if anybody want to fight me, man, they got to come to 160. You know what I'm saying?
But the reporter had to ask you if you want Demetrius Andre because, you know, Murata and fucking Triple G are supposed to be fighting in Japan. That's pretty much already set in stone. They had to ask you if you want Demetrius Andre, and your response wasn't even a guarantee when it was like, yeah, you know, we can make it happen. You know, I'm Lines Only Promotions or whatever. Even though I'm the head of Lines Only Promotion, I don't make the fights or the matchmaking or whatever. You know, it's other people that do that stuff. But yeah, we can do that. He's a horrible fighter. So you're going to repeat that same ducking ass shit Canelo said, huh?
I mean, I hate when fighters say it. I'm like, look, if you got a belt, man, they work for you. Period.
No, and let me tell you this, Maul. No, nigga, he ain't a horrible fighter. You're the horrible fighter. You fucking gump. Fuck are you talking about?
I mean,
he's a horrible fighter. That fight could make you more money than anything. And then this is what he said at the interview. He said, man, I ain't with that co-promotion or having to go over here and do that. It makes it too hard. Clearly, Eddie Hearn sent you an offer, and he was even willing to pay you $7 million to send Demetrius Andre to you at the PBC to whoop that ass. You're making excuses. You don't want to fight him. You're scared. Your brother's scared of him.
I do not get these fighters, bro. Like Eddie Hearn is literally throwing out big money, man. And
yo,
they're
James,
not
you want to know what's crazy? I watched this interview last night on Fight Hub that's about, you know, this social media shit on Fight Hub. It's probably about like 10 months old or whatever. Man, Jamel and Jamal be beefing like shit.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers be always going back and forth. Man, Jamel be putting that motherfucker on blast. Yeah. Had his wife ready to beat his motherfucking girl up and shit like that. Talking about, man, he was like, man, show me your deeds to your house. Show me your title to your house. Motherfucker, future of boxing, you ain't shit. He's like, man, my bitch will beat the shit out your bitch. Like, yo, they really be going at it. Because if you were Jamel,
that happens.
yeah, of course. But on the level of what you see, money, Money having the same having an identical look and having to embody one
Oh
another
yeah.
whenever you step out in public, that's going to cause problems. If you're the fighter that's fighting former world champions, fighting world champions, and is about to be in an undisputed match against a Brian Castano, and you are a unified champion of the world, and your brother is fighting spare tire on top of flat tire, on top of bicycle tire, on top of rusted bicycle rim,
Yeah,
on
boy.
top of deflated inner tube, like it changes shit. So all that cocky
Yeah.
shit, because he gets tired of being called Little Charlo. And he even
Yeah.
said that shit on the interview.
I mean,
Like, he ain't Little Charlo, he Big Charlo. And he want the world to see him as Big Charlo because his brother, that fight didn't help those two look good, because whatever Jamal does, unfortunately, it reflects on them because they embody literally the same identical DNA structure. Like, it just makes them look bad, man.
I mean, because, look, I got brothers, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know how that is sometimes, but I can only imagine having a twin brother. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but see, the crazy thing is, me and my brother, God rest his soul, you know what I'm saying? My brother ain't no longer here, and my older brother ain't no longer here, but me and this motherfucker would fight like cats and dogs, but we would never let the whole world know about it. We ain't talking about, we ain't gonna talk about each other. We ain't talking about no motherfucking money or no fucking fight hub in front of the fucking world. We ain't talking about we ain't comparing houses, cars, we ain't comparing wives fighting one another and all of that shit. Jermell straight called this man out on every aspect of his fucking boxing career. He said, I ain't the one that ducked Canelo. I ain't that Charlo.
Yeah, that's brothers, man. You know how that goes. I mean, but they love each other, man.
Yeah, they do. They do. You can't separate the love, but when what I saw from that situation was that venom was real. And then I started digging deeper into it. Yeah, during that span of 9 to 10 months ago, yeah, them motherfuckers was really beefing with one another. I didn't know that for real. And see, the one thing I like about Jamel, man, and I just watched this interview on shout out to KO Artist channel. You know what I'm saying? I watched this interview with him on KO Artist or whatever. He was straight up when he was talking about Wilder and everything. He was like, look, man. He was like, man, I'm not going to sit here and suffer with Deontay Wilder on his damn delusions, man. He was like, and people misinterpreted what I said when I said race don't matter or whatever. He was like, basically what I meant to say was race wasn't the issue that was the reason why you got your ass whooped in this fight. It was skill set. And until you work on your skill set, you're going to continue to get your ass whooped. So Deontay Wilder, if you want to do anything and you think you ready, you're going to pull up on me and slap me, I got a lot of men that's ready to go to prison for 20 to an L for you. He was like, so let's really see if you about this gangster shit. My thing is, Jermell holds himself responsible. And the first thing he said was, Deontay Wilder don't hold himself accountable, man. Jamal Charlo don't hold himself accountable, man. So if you a dude who trying to run it as a stand-up guy, man, then hey, man, of course you want to separate yourself from these dudes that's motherfucking operating in a sport and making PBC look a certain way. Because look, hey, if you the real thing and you see yourself, if you see things as a realist, as he said, then you got to know that there's a lot of fighters over at the PBC that's making you look a certain way. You know what I mean? By consistency of all of their actions, being exactly the same or mirroring one another. Because those dudes, man. But yeah, man, I love it, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, for Wilder, man, he can't use that pro-black stuff no more, man. I'm like, come on, man. You had gay designers who are white people, which is nothing wrong with that if that's what y'all are. But come on now, all the black designers you don't have no black designers. You know what I'm saying? To build your costume.
Mm-hmm.
Then you turn around, you fire a black trainer who has a whole lot better accomplishments, and Mark Breland. And you keep JD's basically a local trainer. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop with the pro-black stuff, man.
Yeah, I just think that shit just need to be left out of the sport anyway. Like I was even on H Money last night, and one dude said some guy made a comment because we were critiquing, the Lomachenko and Masaroshi Nakatani fight that was coming up. And basically we were giving, critique to both sides on who we feel like how on their path to victory or whatever. Some little, some guy from the UK pops in there and said, man, he's like, y'all being racist towards Lomachenko and shit. I said, oh, fuck, here we go. God. Another motherfucking Lomachenko. I said, oh, so because we critiquing Lomachenko, we racist. How the fuck? That's the stupidest shit in the world that I ever heard. I'm like, and I said, look, I said, first of all, I said I don't condone racism on any level, and I don't do that whole fucking. I'm not with color. I'm not with colorism. I just don't do that shit. So what I'm sitting there thinking is, I'm so like the one dude was like, he was like, man, I don't got a problem with He was like, he was like, man, I ain't racist against all white people, but there are some white folks that I'm racist against. I said, nah, bruh. I'm like, nah, we don't rock like that on any level. I said, if you feel that way about any particular race, I said, then your fucking thinking is all the way fucked up. Your mind is warped, and you really need to sit down and, you know what I'm saying, reevaluate the way you thinking, because whether it's a little bit of hate or a whole lot of hate, it's hate, motherfucker. And once you put that shit out on the world, it creates divisive issues, man. So stop that shit. I don't have no problem with no whites, no blacks, no Latinos, no nothing, because I've had people put me in racial situations. But you want to know who I charge that to? I charge that to the person who presented it to me, not to the rest of, you know what I'm saying, not to everybody else. And I think people need to stop doing that shit, man. Stop trying to create problems where they aren't, man.
Yeah, I mean, we, you know, all this old looking back 100 years ago, I'm like, yeah, times were rough back then, but compared to now, it ain't like that now. I'm like,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You got a few crazy racist people here and there, but come on, man. That stuff almost extinct now.
For real. Like, and if you really look at this, you know what I'm saying, the poverty line is a lot of African Americans that are highly fucking above it.
Exactly.
A lot above it, highly above it, you know, and it's a lot of people that's holding degrees, holding down businesses, you know what I'm saying, well educated, man. This ain't the times where motherfuckers gotta sip from different fucking water fountains and shit. This ain't the time of Jim Crow and all of those things. And I think as long as people want to be absorbed in all of the pain and all of, you know, the past mishaps that have absolutely nothing to do with them, and not focusing on what's the solution to the problem, because that's my thing. We always talking about the issues, but we don't never talk about the solutions though.
Exactly.
And now people are just trying to create solutions. They're trying to create issues instead of create solutions. My thing is, I'm a problem solver. I want to know the solution. Exactly. My thing is, what the fuck do you want? I hear you complaining 24/7, but what the fuck do you want though? Man, just misses that shit and keep that shit out of fucking sports, man. All y'all motherfucking weird ass fucking Creflo Dollar motherfucking Al fucking ain't too sharptons and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff don't belong in sports, man.
Don't.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's good white fighters, good black fighters, good Mexican fighters.
Oh, shit. Some motherfucking walls from my house. I got to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, I just watched that. I just watched that Charlo shit.
Yeah.
He not that good.
Which one are you talking about?
Jamal.
Yeah, he struggled last night.
It ain't even about he struggled. It's just the way that he struggled, and then the spots that he picked to be active, and then the showing the fatigue late in the fight.
Yeah, he gassed out.
You can't gas out against Canelo. You can't gas out against Bubu Andrade, and Juan Montiel was catching him with some shit.
Oh yeah, he got him. He got him in between. Hit him with a good uppercut, and it buckled him. And made him
so what did you think? What did you think, GT3? What did you think about the highlights you just happened to see?
Jamal not that good. Jamal not that good. Man.
He's ass.
He don't hit as hard as they say he is. He ain't nothing special about that nigga. At this point, I think
sweaty ass cheeks. He's sweaty ass cheeks in 100 degrees of Maryland heat, man.
I was getting frustrated because he wasn't going to the body. I'm like, as soon as he, you know, did the high guard, he should have been tearing the body up.
Montiel was.
Yeah.
But Canelo will beat the fuck out of Jamal. But Jamal, don't say shit about Canelo. Don't say shit about him.
He'll walk him down.
I'm gonna rip you up, bro. Canelo gonna walk
telling people down. That, man. I'm like, you know, the Charlo brothers are talented, but man, fighting Canelo, no, he'll walk both of them guys down.
Bubu Andrade gonna buy peppers from this nigga.
They're gonna knock him out.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna knock him out. Because people see a lot of people had a tendency to underrate Boo Boo's power. No, Boo Boo's gonna knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, at one point in time, he had a 75% knockout rate. At one point in time, he had a 70%.
Look, man, Boo Boo, I don't exactly know what his knockout percentage is, but I know, you know, he's got to have a high, his knockdown percentage has got to be above 80% because he knocks down damn near everybody in the first couple of fucking rounds he gets in the ring with. And then he just goes and just boxes their head off.
Yeah, Boo Boo's last 2 fights though, man, he been trying to force the knockout instead of just working for the knockout though, and that's concerning for me, man. He needs to stick to just boxing, and if it's there, take it. If it's not, just keep boxing him, bro.
And see, that just goes back to James. That goes back to motherfuckers trying to box for the fucking fans, man. There's nothing wrong with Demetrius Andre Sal. The problem is there's something wrong with ducking ass fans and ducking ass bitch ass boxers that's trying to stay away from that motherfucker who have a tendency, you know what I'm saying, to sick they little pit bull or fucking little bitch boy fucking chihuahua ass media in this direction and shit so they could be
Yeah,
dismissive of a motherfucking talents, man, because he really a threat. Man, ain't nothing wrong with Demetrius Andre style. It's just something wrong with these deluded dumbass niggas out here talking about him, man. Demetrius Andre has a great style. Demetrius Andre has a style that is very, you know what I'm saying, that I'm very fond of watching, man. It ain't like this dude just going out there pitching snooze fest. Nah, he's just going out there shutting motherfuckers out and shutting
exactly.
motherfuckers the fuck up.
He's really,
Even when
really.
everybody was like, oh, I'm not even sure he's gonna beat Liam Williams. I'm not even sure he's gonna beat Liam Williams. Then he goes out there and destroys Liam Williams, and then motherfucker's still gonna say, oh well, he did get rocked in the fight. What's the same shit they said about Devin Haney?
Exactly.
He did get rocked
put
in
on
the
a
fight.
really good performance, though.
Exactly. Against a fucking three-way world fucking champion with arguably the hardest right hand in fucking the lightweight division.
Yeah, I think his father told him to do the wrong thing, though. He told him to go in there and engage when all he do is stay on the outside.
That's all he had to do was stay on the outside. He did not have to engage with Jorge Linares. And I think ain't nobody finna give Jamal Charlo no smoke for that fight, which is bullshit. Charlo need all the smoke. And I'm mad because if they want to do Juneteenth, why Juneteenth fighting events? Why wasn't it all black? No disrespect, not trying to make it tribal, but if you trying to promote African Americans and all that, why you just don't have an all black event?
Because if anything, you try to make it look like African Americans versus Latinos and shit like that, because that seems like that's the PBC's fucking playbook or whatever. Let's take advantage of, the Latino community because, they come out to support their own. They come out to support, they come out to support their fighters, and they always put their shit. You see where they put them. They put their fights in Las Vegas time and time again, where the Latino community flourishes, or in Texas, Arizona, California, somewhere in those areas where they're going to come out and just try to take advantage of their ticket sales, when in reality, y'all motherfuckers don't give a fuck about Juneteenth. Y'all don't give a fuck about nothing about being black. All y'all give a fuck about is green. And honestly, I just think it's just absolute bullshit because while you out here trying to make so-called fighters look great, all you're doing is just exposing they stupid asses. You just exposed this motherfucking sugar cube fucking Jamal Charlo with his fucking frosted tip rocking ass getting beat up on the goddamn dance floor last night. Man, dude just looked like a goddamn joke. You getting stunned on by a goddamn showcase, man.
Like what made me kind of like hesitant of the fight is like before the fight when they were talking about all the the black stuff, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, oh my god, this feel like Wilder all over again. I'm like,
for
man,
sure,
too much pressure on yourself, man.
Hey, Serge, you ain't saying nothing wrong. You ain't saying nothing wrong. Yeah, he could get stopped to the body. The nigga can't take a punch because if you seen him get punched by all of these little niggas. And he got and he, you know what I'm saying? You see him fade from them punches from them little niggas. Imagine when he get punched by a real puncher, a real quality opponent in that fucking division.
He got hit in the body several times, and he kind of backed up a little bit.
Backed up, yep.
Yeah, he got hit in the body. I was like, uh-oh. He don't like getting hit in the stomach.
Toby, two hands don't get jealous. Two hands don't get jealous. Andre, that's my man. Oh, it's me again. I don't get jealous. Shit, he's supposed, man. Yeah, man. That's crazy to me that these motherfuckers they just be so fucking delusional when it's come to this shit. My whole thing is this. Fuck the top 3 in the motherfucking division. I don't even see him getting past half of the fucking top 10.
Yeah, he gotta do a lot of work, bro. Gotta do a lot of work if he gonna fight Canelo, bro. Canelo, man. I think Canelo could actually drop him with a body shot, to be honest.
What you see is what you're going to get. We got to stop thinking that these fighters is going to get better or they're going to evolve all of a sudden. What we seeing is what we going to get. And certain fighters is going to show us who these fighters really are when it come down to it. Jamal Charlo is not going to fight nobody with counterweight with Danny Jacobs, a dude that's going to get in your face and let you know what time it is. He ain't going to fight nobody like that.
Then again, Danny Jacobs, man, he ain't Danny Jacobs like he used to be though.
That's
But
why.
if
That's
Danny
why he
Jacobs
wouldn't.
hit him with the same punches that Juan Montiel hit him with, Jamal going on his ass.
That's why he wouldn't fight a Danny Jacobs. That's why he won't fight a Andre. That's why he won't fight a Triple G. See, when you out of town, when you out in Mexico, when you at the goddamn WBC conventions and shit like that, and you talking about, yeah, you'll fight fucking Triple G, line this person up, line that person up. Man, bro, this dude is all fucking hot air, man. Hot air, man. All he is hot air. He just be talking, man. I can't stand these niggas that just be loving to talk to hear they goofy ass so. But then when you go out there, you make an ass out of yourself time and time and time again. Bro, there is nothing you could take away from walking away from that fight other than the fans saying, okay, we got a war, but the fans wasn't supposed to get one. We were supposed to get a fucking mudslide. We were supposed to get a landslide. That shit should have been a fucking, you should have just destroyed his ass. That's what that should have been. That should have been one of the most murderous displays of alpha dominance that we've seen in the past couple of weeks. It shouldn't have been no shouldn't have been none of that. The fuck wrong with him?
If I was looking at him, I was like, man, yo, why isn't that going to the body? I was like, yo, dude shelling up, and I'm like, he had a high guard the whole fight, and he was just walking straight towards.
Last time I checked, didn't Jamal actually have a jab?
Yeah, he jabbed good last night. And he just didn't do a lot of body shots, though. He just got real predictable. He was going for the head all night.
Yeah, man, and then his jab was just shoddy. I felt like he was only looking for the power jab in spurts for real, but I felt like he was trying to exercise more of the 1-2 than anything and trying to get inside and fight dirty and looking for the fucking proficient uppercut more than anything. But the thing about it was, you know, I think it kept catching him off guard when this dude just kept switching to the southpaw stance and fighting in that stance. And honestly, if Juan Montiel wouldn't have been fighting in southpaw, I believe that he probably would have put on an even better performance than the one he did last night.
Even commentators talking about that, man. He should have stayed right-handed the whole night. Because he was touching him up easy.
These dudes act like they really superior.
But Rachel, that's all two hands know how to do. That's all two hands know how to do. I'm all charm. I'm all charm.
Yeah, man. I was kind of like, whoa. I'm like, he's up here trying to call out some heavy hitters too. I'm like, nah, you ain't fucking with those dudes.
Even when he watched the decision, he was looking like he was just happy he got the win because he wasn't sure himself.
Yeah, this eye got, man, that's the first time he ever got his eye swole up like that.
Happy Father's Day to you too, bro. Yeah, man, look at this nigga, man. He got the cherry Kool-Aid chopped out of his motherfucking head too. He got the cherry Kool-Aid chopped out of his motherfucking forehead too. That nigga out there swole up. I'm embracing this shit, you know what I mean? This just come with the territory. This is what we do. Bitch ass nigga, no. You supposed to be looking real. You supposed to be looking real pretty, taking the women to the city right now. You ain't supposed to be looking chopped up. You ain't supposed to be 5 pounds of ground beef, shorty. What are we doing?
Juan Montiel wasn't supposed to touch you, Jamal. You were supposed to get him out of there within like 5 rounds. You were supposed to get that nigga out of there. They were supposed to enjoy what they saw on the undercard, but when they watch your fight, niggas going to sleep. That's what you supposed to be about, my nigga. What happened?
And shout out to Surgeon of Death. That's exactly how I feel, man. Gary Russell Jr. and David Benavidez, them the real ones over there. See, you know what I mean? Like before Jared Hurd got with K. Corona, he was another real one over there until he stopped fighting like a bully fucking fighter. I just don't know what happened to him. And y'all know, Tank from my motherfucking side of the Tank from my area. Jared Hurd lived like 15 minutes away from me. I don't fucking hold my tongue for none of these niggas. Ain't no bias, man. Niggas is out here looking crazy. But right now, man, them dudes should be them guys. But it's only a couple of them that's banging right now. And I feel like I said, Gary Russell, David Benavidez, and who else? Jamel Charlo.
You know what? I need to do a list of all the fighters from women's, men's, wherever the fuck. Mainly dudes, but do all the fighters that really out here getting the smoke, really out here chasing smoke, and ain't getting no shine. But these dudes that ain't chasing nothing, getting all the shine, all the smoke.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. That's why I said it's so hard to be in a boxing fan when you know there's great fighters that could make great fights and they're just avoiding each other, and it's like it's killing the sport. Like nobody wants to see you fight a guy you know you're gonna beat. You know what I'm saying? It just
Cause
takes the
look,
interest away.
if you continue to fight dudes, have no credible mention. If you continue to fight guys that aren't within the realm of the top 5, that aren't champions, what's going to eventually happen? Have we not seen this play out the entirety of the 2019 fucking year when it came to Premier Boxing Champions, when all of they dudes fall, when Jarrett Hurd, J. Rock Williams,
Yeah, and they lose to a
and
nobody.
Jamel Charlo and all of them, Jamel Charlo and fucking Jared and Swift fucked that money up. J. Rock fucked that money up. All of them dudes fucked that money up.
Yeah.
Look, you
Tommy
losing to
Harrison, was
nobody,
it
so
Tony
fight
Harrison, right?
somebody. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
fucking
fucked
that
that money
money
all the
up.
way up.
And you're gonna continue to fuck that money up because the thing is, when you hear them right, I don't pick
Yeah.
them. I don't matchmake. They do it for me. Well, stupid, these motherfuckers is matchmaking for you. They ain't trainers. They just feeling like they doing what's best for their own interests, not yours. Maybe if you run your own promotion, if you're not your own boss, you need to fucking work your way to learning how to be one, because eventually you're going to fall than a lesser opponent, and then you really gonna fuck up whatever payday you should have
I
got,
think
because this
that's
is
when
gonna
it's
continue
gonna
to happen.
change, man. All bullshit to the left. I think that's when shit gonna change. Is when they pick one of these niggas and that shit goes so bad.
Yeah, because
On the
you
real.
underestimate one of them guys that's known for losing. They ain't got nothing to lose. So it's gonna be one of them nights where they fight one of their best fights ever, and they end up catching you, man. There go your big money right there. I've seen it
And that
happen
person gonna
plenty of
come up.
times. Somebody come in there with all the hype, and then they fight this guy that's probably got like a decent resume or whatever, or
Hell
is
no.
known as a gatekeeper, and they just gatekeeper to end up knocking them out. Matter of fact, I think it was in that card, wasn't it? The guy that had like 13 losses that knocked that undefeated
Oh,
young kid out.
Gabe Rosado knocked out Beck the Bully.
Yeah, he called him boy, bruh. Yo,
Shout
that
out to
dude
my
called him
nigga.
with that right
Philly,
hand,
hey,
bruh. That
shout
mud
out to
had
my
straight
nigga.
yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Gabe
Yo,
Rosado. Philly
I got
made and Philly paid. Let's
yo,
go.
my man, yo, he hit him right there in the cheekbone. And he went sleep.
You want to go night night,
Internet got
nigga?
cut off.
You want to go night night, nigga?
Yeah,
like
boy. I was like,
Gabe,
yo,
like he got like 11 losses, and I think out of them 11 losses, 4 of them he was robbed. 4 or 5 of them he was probably robbed.
so the
Well, I
guy from
mean,
Philly,
he just recently was robbed. You know what I mean? Like, this is a
guy from
known thing.
Philly had like
They
13
try to
losses.
pass Gabe Rosado around like he's just a scrappy dude, you know, where you can get a decent name underneath your belt and get some good
Yeah,
rounds up in you. But no,
But
Gabe
Gabe
Rosado
was
ain't
good.
never been that. Gabe
yeah.
Rosado just
Actually,
he ain't gonna lay down. He's getting better. Fighting all of this top
actually,
level opposition, he's getting better.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's getting
Actually, he beat
exceptionally
Danny
better.
Jacobs though.
Yeah, he beat
But they
them.
didn't give
They,
it to him,
He did
and he wasn't in
the
nowhere
fucked
near
up
the
part
shape he
is
was in the last fight that he had
they
last
said his
night.
name the first time. They said his name. They got it right the first time. They was like, Gabriel Jacobs.
Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
what? I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, I'm pretty sure he won that fight. I was like, yo, these dudes done robbed this dude. And Danny Jacobs
They
looked
See,
like he
love robbing
crashed
him,
that
bro.
fight.
that's why I say motherfuckers got to stop gaslighting, man. Motherfuckers got to stop gassing, because, you know, just because you see these dudes a couple of times and they look all right against them, against what? Against who? You know what I'm saying? And then when they meet
Right.
up against somebody that's thoroughbred, that's really with the shits, looking at the losses or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gonna go down there and you gonna chop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna just knock this man off. No, you not gonna just knock Gabe Rosado off. He has proven that you're gonna have to fight that nigga. Like, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
not you when you fight Gabe Rosado, this is for all you boxers out there to just think like, yo, I'm gonna use Gabe for an easy touch. My nigga,
Good
Yeah,
luck.
it
you
ain't no
gonna
easy
have to
touch.
fight that Philly boy, man. You gonna
Yo,
have
he's
to
a tough
fight
fighter,
that
man.
Philly
He's
boy.
very gamey, man. Rosado is not no joke. That dude's a man. It's like a catch-22 with that boy, man. You have to
Yeah, man.
really have some skills to fight him.
Like, yo, y'all niggas don't understand, man. Look, man. I love the underdog story, man. I'm infamous for the
Oh yeah.
underdog story. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. You know, cause like, you know, I've always felt as though, you know, man, look, I've always been one for the little guy, man. So it was good to see that nigga go out there and blast that dude,
This how
man.
you
Yeah,
Because
know I
and he
love
won a
this.
understand,
belt.
it
This how
makes
you know I
niggas
love
want to
this.
bring their shit back down to earth, man.
Buccaneer fan.
What did you
How
say?
you
You
know I
was
love
kind of
this?
choppy right there. You was chopping up a little bit, Boom. What did you say?
I said, you know I love this nigga Deuce because I'm a Raider fan, nigga.
Oh
You a
For
man.
sure,
Buccaneer
man.
fan.
Yeah, man.
Man,
Yeah,
don't feel
man.
bad, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, man. Our
Yeah,
team.
man. We got two now, man. We still the worst franchise in football, but we
Uh,
got two though, man.
Yeah,
We
like
got
y'all
two.
one behind us now. Like y'all one behind us now.
Yeah, man. We
yeah.
creeping on up there, man. Hopefully we can pull it out again, man. Hopefully we can do it again.
Cause y'all still got TB12, nigga.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, man.
and we got a whole squad back with mad pieces. With mad
Yeah.
pieces. AB, they all back. And they just getting
Cheating.
better. The training
Cheating.
camps looking
You
Whole
a
mad
Bucks
season,
fan
whole
scary.
too?
training camp, all this shit, nigga. Y'all cheating.
Oh, you
We
a Bucks
looking
fan?
real scary. Yeah, we looking real scary out there.
They Bucks looking
Oh
Yeah,
man.
scary
man.
this year,
Am
bro.
I a Bucks fan?
Oh man, he's a Bucks fan.
Yeah, he a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. They got their first Super Bowl with
Fly
us.
my colors, man. Fly my
Oh, he got the
colors,
Tom
man.
Brady jersey.
Fly my colors, man.
Hey,
I'm waiting.
hey,
I'm waiting for my Devin White. I'm waiting for my Devin White and my Rob Gronk to get in now, man.
boy, I remember when they were trash though.
Oh yeah,
Golly.
yeah, yeah. We was hella trash. We was hella trash for. I'm talking about the years when we had Eric Rett and shit like that. When they gave up Steve Young in the supplemental draft and all of this shit, man. We
Yeah.
made a lot of stupid moves, man. But my whole family Cowboys fans. So I chose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because
Yeah,
I
you went with
never
the
had the
real
right. I never
underdog.
could choose, man. I never could choose, and I ain't like that. I'm like, yo, y'all not just gonna make this decision for me, man. And y'all pick these
Yeah,
niggas, man. I don't want to be
yeah. I
no
mean, they done
Cowboys
came a
fan.
long way. Oh yeah,
So if
Nigga,
I
bro.
would have
y'all
picked
going to
Tony
the
somebody
Dungy.
Super Bowl every
good,
year. Every year, no matter what team the Cowboys got, they going to the Super Bowl or they going to the playoffs.
I
It don't
know,
matter
right?
what team they got. Don't matter.
Yeah, that's my team, man. I root for 'em hard, but man, you know, there's been times when we should have probably went to the Super Bowl, but man, they had Jason Garrett for so long. Oh
oh
my,
my God. Don't even get me
he had
started on
Super
him.
Bowl teams, and he just, man,
This nigga said he said Beck was on Robitussin. Nah, that nigga took about 4 Ambien.
oh my God,
Heavy sleep. Look, man. Hey, and look, I bet you motherfucking Jaime Munguia won't fight him.
hell no.
Because he called out Jaime after the knockout. Jaime
Yeah.
Munguia ain't gonna fight Gabe Rosado,
He
man.
fought early that morning. I caught myself trying to watch that, and I fell asleep through that shit.
I didn't even watch that fight, bro. You want to know why? I don't like
It
that
was
nigga, man.
boring.
Yeah,
Who?
I just don't like that nigga. Jaime
Oh,
Munguia.
yeah,
I don't
McGee.
like that nigga, man. I don't. Niggas know I go on his ass, man. I don't like that motherfucker,
I
man.
didn't really watch too much of shit. I was trying to catch Monster and New Way, but I got caught up with the house and shit, so I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to watch nothing.
Hey, but I'm gonna give my
Yo,
shout out
the fight.
to
Go ahead.
Flair Cobbs, man.
Blair Carr.
Yeah, that's my dude, man.
I didn't watch the Blair
He might
Cobb
actually
fight.
do something, man. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even watch the Blair Cobb. Blair Cobb got
Hey,
another win. So what is this
yeah,
like?
yeah.
So he want to
By
know outside the
knockout,
bubble
man.
right now. He
Yeah,
want to know
man.
outside the bubble right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he outside the bubble, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
like
Like,
the dude, man.
yeah,
I
he an
like his,
underdog.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
I like
that's
his
another
charisma,
underdog.
man. He got an incredible charisma, man.
Man, you want to know what fight was awesome last night though? The
What was
fucking Dog Bay versus Lopez fight. Oh
it? Oh
my
yeah, that was.
God. That was a motherfucking war.
Yes, it was.
Nigga, boom. That's the fight you gotta watch. The Dog Bay versus Lopez fight.
Hey,
Isaac Dog Bay, he pulled it out. Lopez came on strong on the end, but Dog Bay was, you know what I'm saying, real vicious in the first half of the fight. You talking about phone booth action hooking it off. Lopez just coming in, throwing, you know what I'm saying, 3-punch combinations, firing off the hooks. Like these dudes just going back and forward. Just one person crack one person crack one, the other one crack another one. Hard shots up the middle, uppercuts up the pipe. Like these dudes was fucking tearing it up last night. Yo, great fucking fight.
Dog fighting.
Arguably in fight of the year mention right now. For me. Yeah. It was one of those. It was definitely one of those.
Check it out. It's a fight that I want to talk about that I've been trying to promote since me and H Money going back and forth about this. And I'm gonna ask Estrada Inoue. Who you got?
Oh, Juan Francisco Estrada versus Inoue?
Who you got?
Inoue?
Why?
What do you mean, why? What do you mean, why?
It's a simple question, nigga. Why? How you see him beating him, motherfucker?
Footwork, relentless body attack, power continuously carries over, fucking round by round, exceptional wind tank, got true grit, shows that, you know what I'm saying, he could take a significant shot and battle through it, had his orbital bone broken, still battles back to knock niggas on their ass with fucking serious body fucking attacks and get up from it, you know what I mean? Like it's got toughness, hardness.
So you mean tell me that Monster Inoue is the only nigga that's gonna keep fighting with the orbital bone in?
Clearly he's been the only one to do so this past year, 2 years.
Wow. I rest my case.
You tell me another individual who's fought through a broken orbital bone this year and didn't take a dive.
I rest my case. Shout out H Money though.
Oh yeah, you know, Ebony Bridges, I don't know if her orbital bone was broken or not, but she fought through it. But we talking about a left hook of a Nonito Donaire. He wasn't in there with just anybody. He was in there with Nonito Donaire, eating his left hook, having to deal with that all night and having to deal with the frustrations of a broken orbital. Yeah. You know, arguably, you know what I'm saying, probably one of, you know, definitely one of the greatest Filipino fighters of all time. You know, that guy that, you know what I'm saying, that's a 41-5, you know what I'm saying, hella knockouts, you know, yeah, that dude, that four-weight world champion, that dude who just stopped Nordine Ubali in a nasty fashion with a nasty motherfucking left hook, you know, yeah, that dude that Kasi Mayro's about to fight, for the what is it, the WB, for the WBO WBC unification, you know, that dude, and then that same dude that wants to fight Naoya Inoue again in the rematch, you know what I'm saying, which would tie up all of the belts for undisputed if Nonito Donaire wins, you know, that dude, yeah, that dude. You know, three-way, you know that three-weight world champion who has consistently fought all top opposition, that's, you know, completely ran through and dismantled the whole World Boxing Super Series. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, I heard Monster Inoue ain't fought nobody. That's what I heard. He ain't fought nobody.
It all depends on what do you consider a fight, though, because if people would say Naoya Inoue hasn't fought anybody, I would say, you know, do people really pay attention to those lower, you know, flyweight levels? Do people pay attention down there? Are people watching? Are people watching in those weights? Because a lot of people don't really go down there and pay attention to the opposition down in those weight classes, moving on up. I mean, let's talk about the fact that this guy, you know, fought in a fucking championship fight within his fucking, what was it, his second or third fight? He fought a long-reigning world champion and then moved up and fought another world champion, and like he became like a two-weight world champion in like what, less than fucking 5 fights? Like 5 fights, I believe. You know, that dude. Yeah, that dude. Inoue definitely fights people. Inoue definitely motherfucking has made a case. And Inoue, unlike other people, he can pull up his contract and show that when he signed with Osashi Gym, that he was willing to fight all of the toughest opposition that was available, champions or top contenders. Somebody got YouTube playing in the background or something? Because it's echoing all crazy in my head.
Not me.
Yeah, man.
I think it's me. You know,
yeah, so yeah, man. That dude Inoue, and look what they're trying to do to him already. You know, he just dismantles Michael Dismarians, and then in 3 fucking rounds. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Guy had 2 inches on him. You know what I'm saying? The guy ain't just no fucking scrub. You know what I mean? I mean, not saying he's the best fighter in the fucking world, but he is a fucking top contender. You know what I'm saying? He was, the #1 contender for, his IBF title. I mean, he destroyed him. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Like he didn't. It was like, I'm gonna get on the front foot. This dude was already on his bicycle from the first shot that he tasted from that man, circling around the motherfucking ring. I knew he had to literally motherfucking put on his fucking running shoes, considering he's sponsored by that running shoe brand over in Japan that's real popular. It's called like what are them shoes called? Something Lee's or something. I can't remember. Whatever them shoes are. They was on, man, they on this fucking show I watched called Survivor's Remorse or whatever, and the dude who owns that shoe company or whatever, it's a Japanese shoe company, a Japanese athletic shoe company or whatever, and he happens to be sponsored by him or whatever. But yeah, I knew he had to put on his track shoes to run that man down all night just so he can get the knockdown, and it still came in 3 rounds. I'm just saying, what a lot of people that don't know is, people want to keep seeing him go up, people want to keep seeing him go up and continue to be great. But look, man, let this man clean out this division first. Let him see what fucking Casimiro and Donaire are going to do, because I can tell you one thing. If Donaire wins, there's going to be an undisputed match, in which I believe Donaire is going to knock Casimiro out. So if Donaire wins, which I hope he wins, there's going to be an undisputed match. And if he don't win, there won't be one. But the fact of the matter is, who was out there last night watching that fight? Nonito Donaire, Casimiro. All of them boys was out there. Shit, even motherfucking Gene Simmons was out there for your boy Inouye. God damn.
Telling you.
Yeah, so what do y'all feel about the Silva versus Chavez Jr.,
Didn't watch that shit.
I watched the first two fights, and I was impressed with the undercard because it was like consecutive first round knockouts or some shit like that. I like the kid that I saw, like Juan Alvarez or some shit like that.
I'll still survive. Chavez Jr., you can get the payday.
Didn't watch that shit.
They didn't watch it?
Didn't watch it. Serious. I didn't watch that shit.
One of y'all got an echo.
You straight?
Yeah. I don't hear it now. I don't hear it now. So it might have been because Boom might have moved outside or some shit like that. Might moved outside or something, or maybe shifted around, did something. Who knows?
Yeah, man. I'm surprised. Check, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like my thing is this, man. Like motherfuckers always they trying to push Naoya Inoue the same way they trying to do, Terrence Crawford and shit like that, trying to move this motherfucker. Trying to rush this motherfucker into this, rush him into that or whatever. But man, Naoya Inoue's already proven, man. He's already proven.
Yeah.
So, so for me, it's like, man, let Naoya Inoue's already done moved up. He's already a 3-weight world champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can get the fights that he
let this man go undisputed in this division, man.
Yeah, just take his time, man.
And I mean, it's not like he ain't like he fighting bums. He just dismantled Jason Maloney. I mean, put him on a stretcher.
Damn.
Like, it ain't like this dude just fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? He fights the best people that's available to him. So let him clean out the division. The thing is, the answer is, why don't these motherfuckers in the rest want to fight Inouye? But like I said, he already his resume already speaks for itself. The monster is definitely a monster. Ain't no doubt about that. It's definitely a monster. Estrada, if El Gallo even thinks about jumping off of that motherfucking bridge, I hope that motherfucker got a fireproof I hope he got a whole bomb-proof fucking helmet and fucking bodysuit on if he gonna do some shit like that, because he's gonna get fucking hurt. They gonna need a full body cast for that nigga, so I hope he get that bitch custom made before he even take the fucking fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just like Crawford, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if he should either just, stick around in that same weight or just move up. Especially if you can't get the fights that you're looking for, man. I've been saying that for the longest.
For sure. For sure. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like the frustration, people give me when it comes to Terrence Crawford and shit like that. When it's like, they put all of this weird ass apprehension on a dude who's, what I'm saying, who's a multi-weight world champion, undisputed champion at 140 pounds, and they act like, this 3-weight world champion needs to do more to get in the ring with Errol Spence when Errol Spence is only, campaigned at 147 fucking pounds. Ain't even, you know what I'm saying, can't even motherfucking feel that man fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? Can't even walk a mile in that man's shoes, and they act like, Bud Crawford is supposed to do this and do that and do that. Like, it just pisses me off, man.
So what if, I'm like I said, it might be a stretch, but what if Pacquiao does knock out Earl Spence? What do you think that does?
It ain't no stretch because I already called it. I said he's knocking him the fuck out. Watch. I already called it. As soon as I heard the fight announced, you guys, anybody in this chat, already said it. Manny Pacquiao was going to knock this boy the fuck out. If Sean Porter can put hands and feet on you the way he did, if you can't even knock out if you can't knock out goddamn Mikey Garcia, if Danny slow-ass Garcia can touch your face up the way he did in that fight, Manny Pacquiao was going to put paws all over this nigga. And nobody testing too. Oh my God, this nigga, you might as well just get him a rose and a bitch and get his mama the obituary for the funeral. The Slim pushing up daisies.
Go prevail, huh?
Yeah, man. The old line gonna pull through, man. And the thing is it would be one thing if he looked shoddy in his last fight. He just fought a Keith Thurman who has a better boxing acumen, and a Keith Thurman who I believe power is more real and more proven at 147 pounds. Errol Spence ain't knocked out nobody since 2018. So when I look at all of those things, it just shows me that, Manny Pacquiao gonna go in there and eat his motherfucking food. And best believe the Filipino, the dude from the Philippines, he hungry. He hungry. It's been a year and some change. Oh, he hungry. He hungry. The boy's
gonna slow down at all. He's still got the speed and the power.
Shout out to that Novada monster. Hey, you want it? James, he want it. He got it. And look, man, but that's all I got for everybody on Super Nippl Sunday, man. We're going to get ready to close this thing out, man. James, appreciate you coming through. Y'all get ready, man. We got Reaper Gang Radio tomorrow morning. Y'all already know how we kick it. Shout out to my nigga Blue Nuts. Blue Nuts, what's good, man? Shout out to the Surgeon of Death. Shout out Mickey Dub, Timmy Neal, and Don't Ask Me. He said, but Montel stood square on cross feet, got hit while he was stepping on one leg, and Charlo had no effect. Montel should have been on his back every round. These are facts. That was a showcase fight, and the only thing motherfucking Jamal showcased is how to get his motherfucking ass whooped by better talent. They pulled Rigo from the Caso and put in there. Yeah, man, they did that. They did that because as soon as the Nail won that fight, they switched that shit up ASAP. They trying to play hopscotch. They trying to play hopscotch on my boy Inui, but it's all good though. It's all good. It's all good. Sergio Aguilar says 2 hands. I'm a dip before my girl put hands on me. I'm gonna lay down and see you on the next one. Salute my guy. Yeah, definitely don't need wifey putting hands on my guy Sergio, man. Yeah, man. Look, man. Happy wife, happy life, man. So they say. Mickey Dub, salute. Wizard Sleeve, salute. He says MMA is mud wrestling without the mud. This motherfucker's an asshole. Peter Edwards salutes. Says, right, I've got life to live. Keep doing what you do, dudes. Look after yourself. Absolutely. Everybody should be looking after themselves, man. Search Whack Lyrics. I'm in these YouTube streets. D. Hodges, salute. Guys of Spartan, salute. He said, Chavez Sr. did it up last night for the old heads, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the OG, triple OG. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez. Yeah, man. Shout out to that dude, man. Jeff Lou, shout out, salute. All the constable. Hey, babe. His Triple G never KO Rosado. The ref stopped because of the cut. These are facts. Babe knows boxing. But yeah, man. That's it, man. That's what we always say at the end of the shit. It costs you nothing. Pay a nigga no mind. Respect.